Hey, welcome back fight fans. Welcome back to Mindful Combat. So this is a video that I'm particularly excited to make because it's a fight that I am incredibly excited for. So this weekend, well the 19th, Saturday the 19th, we're going to see an incredible main event. We're going to be seeing TJ Dillashaw, the bantamweight world champion who just knocked out Cody Garbrandt in back-to-back fights, dropping down to 125 pounds for the first time in his career to fight former Olympic gold medalist and the man who dethroned Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, Henry Cejudo, for the 125-pound title. This fight is very key because it could potentially be the last ever world title fight in the flyweight division. After this, what happens next? There's a lot of factors to consider coming into this fight, and that's going to be coming out of this fight. So there's a lot going on coming into this fight, and I am so excited to watch this. So right off the bat, let's go into the numbers. So firstly, you look at Henry Cejudo, whose fight record as a professional mixed martial artist. He's got 13 wins and 2 losses, opposed to TJ Dillashaw, who's got 16 wins and 3 losses. So TJ Dillashaw has 19 professional fights as a mixed martial artist, and Henry Cejudo, he has 15. So there's not a big difference in terms of experience between the both, 4 fights. So they're there or thereabouts, which is good. Henry Cejudo is 31 years old. He's going to be 32 in February. TJ Dillashaw is 32 years old. He's going to be 33 in February. I think their birthdays are only 2 days apart, so 1 year age difference. That's great. That means there's not a big disparity in age. Neither of them is on the verge of exiting their athletic prime. Matter of fact, they're both slap banging it. They're both in their primes in terms of their fighting careers. And that's exciting too, because it's not too often you get to see 2 world-class champions fighting each other in their prime. Henry Cejudo, he's 5'4", where TJ Dillashaw is 5'6.5" inches. Henry Cejudo has a 64-inch reach and TJ Dillashaw has a 67-inch reach. So there's a 3-inch reach advantage there for TJ Dillashaw, and I think that is going to be key given TJ Dillashaw's fighting style. Their fighting styles now. What are their fighting styles? So Henry Cejudo, I'll call him a wrestle boxer. Of course, we all know about his strengths. He's if you didn't know, he's an Olympic gold medalist. And TJ Dillashaw, he's I will call him, in this day and age, a Muay Thai striker. I know he's got that wrestling background and he came up with those strong wrestling chops. But in his most recent fights, you've seen TJ Dillashaw become Killershaw. He's been this venomous, viper-like striker with this sniper-like precision and great, well-rounded striking skill set. He's an incredible striker. So I'm going to call him a striker for the purpose of this breakdown. And that's incredible. Let's look at some of their key wins. So with Henry Cejudo, his key win, or his most noted win, has to be his revenge victory over Demetrius Johnson. That's a big deal. He beat arguably the greatest mixed martial artist to ever walk the face of the earth. He ended the most dominant reign in UFC history, and he done it in his 15th professional fight. He also revenged his first ever career loss when he beat Demetrius Johnson. Aside from that, he's beaten Sergio Pettis and he's beaten Jussier Formiga, who I would say is respectable wins, but there's no question who is top winners. Now, you look at TJ Dillashaw, he has a long list of high-profile wins. He's got 2 wins over Cody Garbrandt. He's taken out John Lineker, who's an animal. He took out Rafael Assunção. He's 1-1 with Assunção, who still sits at the top of the division. He's got the 2 wins over Renan Barão. The first win over Renan Barão in particular was incredible. It's almost reminiscent of what Henry Cejudo done against Johnson. He went in there against a champion who no one thought could be beaten as a major underdog and walked out as the champion. That's incredible. So let's look at the fight a bit more now. So when I'm looking at their overall skill set, I would say that TJ Dillashaw's got a vastly better stand-up game. So he's going to have a major advantage on the feet. He's going to have the much better striking. He's cleaner, sharper with his Muay Thai. He hits hard. He's sensational on the feet. Henry Cejudo is a proficient boxer. He's really good boxing. He's got a good chin, and he's shown over his last couple of fights, he's kind of adapted in like this sort of karate-like style into his striking, which is interesting to look at. But I think it's obvious to see his strength is his wrestling. Now, he can strike though. He is a good striker. When it comes to wrestling, I would say that Henry Cejudo has the bigger advantage. He's the Olympic gold medalist wrestler. He took down Demetrius Johnson, which has been historically hard to do. And he is just an all-round great wrestler. TJ Dillashaw is a great wrestler himself. and I've seen him take down some notably difficult people to take down. He's obviously been able to keep the fight standing when he's wanted to keep it standing. He has got great wrestling chops, but does he have the wrestling chops to match Henry Cejudo? I don't think so. So it sounds like it's pretty obvious, right? TJ Dillashaw is going to come in and waltz right through him. I don't think so. And now let me tell you why. At 32 years old, going on to 33, TJ Dillashaw is making the first ever cut down to 125 pounds he has ever made in his entire life. That is not inconsequential. There are consequences to be made for making those kind of weight cuts. If you've looked at TJ Dillashaw coming into this fight or looked at some of the pictures he's been posted, TJ Dillashaw is absolutely shredded on the best of days. But he is looking crazily shredded. And he's almost looking a little bit faint to me when I'm seeing these pictures. I feel like that's going to catch up to him. And when you're doing it and you're taking on a guy in Henry Cejudo who's no slouch on the feet, who's exceptional on the feet in his own right, is an Olympic gold medalist wrestler, has just beaten Demetrius Johnson, well, that's something to consider. So now let's go to the fight. How do I think it's going to play out? So in the early rounds, I think we're going to see TJ Dillashaw looking fine. He's going to look fine. He's going to bounce around on his feet as he always does. He's going to have good stand-up. He's probably going to land with some combinations. Henry Cejudo, I'm expecting him to stand in there, hold his own, not get rocked, not get dropped. I think he's going to be getting outstruck, but I think he's going to be in a good position most of the fight. Maybe he'll get some early takedowns, and TJ Dillashaw will spring right back to his feet. And TJ Dillashaw, I assume TJ Dillashaw is probably going to come out and shoot for a takedown himself, just to show that he can provide the threat of takedown. And then we're going to see the fight play out. As the rounds go on, I think the weight cut will catch up with TJ. I think TJ is going to find out that cutting down to 125 pounds at 33 years old is not child's play. I think as the fight goes on, Henry Cejudo is going to come on stronger. He's a natural 125er. This is his weight class. He's been here. He's been in there with the best at 125. Literally the best to ever do it. And I think that's going to make a difference. As the fight goes on, I think Henry Cejudo is going to start to take over. And I think TJ Dillashaw is going to wear out. I'm not predicting a finish on this. I'm expecting Henry Cejudo to finish strong in rounds 4 and 5 in particular and seal the victory. If TJ Dillashaw if this fight was to happen at 135, my prediction will be vastly different. But at 125, I think we're gonna see Henry Cejudo take it. So guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment what you guys think of how this fight's gonna go, and let me know what you think about my prediction and my breakdown. Also, if this is the first time checking out any of my content, please like the video, subscribe for future content, and hit the bell notification for notifications of when I upload new content. Thank you guys. Mind for Combat.